What's up, everybody? Welcome back to racedudes.com. Welcome back to another one of our previews. Let's go to Saratoga for this one. Going to be a good weekend of action there. Let's go to the Diana Stakes, grade 1 event here coming up on Saturday, July 18th. This will be race 5 on the card, a little bit earlier in the day. They're going to run this race. You're kind of going to see why in a minute. It's only a field of 7, and per usual, Chad Brown's got a bunch. Let's just go ahead and put it up on the screen here. Chad Brown has 4 horses running in this race, 4 of the 7. So, I don't think anybody loves that. Let's just be clear. And that's kind of what this race has been lately, I feel like. So let's go through it. Let's see if we can, pick a winner, give you a top 4 here at the end. Let's start with the number 1, dynamic pricing. This is the first of the 4 Chad Brown horses. Edgar Zayas is going to ride this one. Horse coming off of a second place Everett in the Bugay last time out at Belmont at the Big A. Also the Ginny Wiley. This horse was 4th, only beaten a length and a quarter. So that's the 2 races this year. And really all of them have, both of them, I should say, have been solid, just not winning efforts. You go back to when this horse was a 4-year-old back in 2025, she did win the Big A. She won the Just a Game, was 3rd in this race last year, the Diana, that was won by Excellent Truth. And then, went on to win another stakes at Saratoga before running 7th in the First Lady. This feels like one that can hit the board for sure. I'm not sure on this horse as far as winning in this one. I think you can find some different horses to use other than the one on top. The 2 Cathedral, very interesting horse here coming back from overseas. I say back because this horse does have 1 start in the United States. It was a 4th place effort in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. This horse was only a length and 3/4 behind Gazora, who was good that day. She Feels Pretty was also in that race. She was 2nd. Diamond Rain was 3rd. Now, a lot of good things, right? That was a very good effort. And you kind of feel like, boy, if you could run that kind of effort here at Saratoga, you might win it. The problem is this horse has made 11 starts and has just 1 win. And that win was the very first win of her career, or very first start, I should say, of her career back in 2024. So that means she's lost 10 races in a row. Now, how has she done after winning, or not winning, obviously, but after running 4th here at the Breeders' Cup? Well, ran in a small stakes at Kempton and got 3rd, went to a Group 2 event at Newmarket and got 2nd. And then last time out at Ascot, was 7th, beaten 6.5. Pretty tough race there. So pretty decent. Can you better to win with just 1 win and 11 starts? That's the question, right? She has decent, European form. She had decent European form before coming over last year. Her form isn't bad for 3 races this year. I will remind people, though, this horse was 90-1 at the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf at the Breeders' Cup last year because he was decent for him, but there was a lot of other horses that look better on paper. I kind of like her, but I think I've got to settle with underneath with this horse. I'm going to have her in the top 4, but boy, 1 out of 11 just really hurts when it comes to trying to play a horse to win. The number 3, Catherine and Marissa, a horse at 2 races back, was a winner of the Modesty Stakes by a length and a quarter, ran very well that day, beat Gazora in that spot. And then last time out went on to run 3rd behind stablemate Portfolio Duration, who's also in this race. Got 3rd, beating a length and a half, could not catch her that day. Going a little bit longer, 1 3/16. We're back to 1 1/8. That is the distance of the Modesty, and which is also the distance, obviously, the Diana. And then also won at this 1 1/8 distance 3 races back. This was all the way back in 2025, but won an allowance race very easily right here at Saratoga. So, classy horse. This horse has won a lot of races, 5 for 13 lifetime, and comes in here looking good. Gets Jose Ortiz to ride. I think that's good as well. He's been on it the last couple times. So Catherine and Marissa, I think, comes in here with a big shot. The number 4, Portfolio Duration. This is a horse that, last time out was a winner of the New York right here, going 1 3/16, got to the lead and didn't let it go. Can she do it again? I think she can. I mean, you kind of look at what this horse has done. 2 races back in the Churchill Downs Distaff, was 2nd, only beating a neck to Classic Q. Thought she ran really well there. Also won an allowance at Tampa 3 races back. So this is a nice horse. Kind of the horse coming on lately. I think the horse that has the most upside of the Chad Brown horses is Portfolio Duration. Yeah, we've seen her run in a couple big races, but this is a very lightly raced runner, just 5 starts, making just her 6th start here. I think she's going to show up and run pretty well. I like portfolio duration quite a bit. I also like that this horse can go to the front and taking bait to wire and can come from out of it. We've seen her do both. I think that's good as well. We also saw her, I thought, really run an improved race last time out when stretching out past a mile. So lots to like about portfolio duration in this spot. The number 5 is 5G. 5G going to try to take on Open Company. This is a New York bred. Ran third in a New York bred stakes race last time out. Ran okay. Got beat a link there. Had a lot of dirt races before that. Tried the big time dirt races. Did win the Gulfstream Park Oaks way back as a 3-year-old. But, 4-year-old season has kind of been a mixed bag, I would say. This year, like I said, a couple of poor efforts on the dirt. And then, like I said, the dude does win that New York bred 6 race last time out. I don't know. I'm skeptical in this spot. I prefer others a little bit more. The number 6 is Suggesta. This is a horse that, just really, really, really consistent. 10 of 13 hitting the board, usually runs in races just like this, and always shows up with a really solid effort. Last time out in the Just a Game was third here at Saratoga, beating a length and 3/4 behind Classic Q. 2 races back, the Jenny Wiley dead heated with Expensive Queen there for a victory in that one. Won the Matriarch 3 races back in 2025 to round out the season there. She's always second, first, right around there with a chance. I think she's in here with a big chance as well. Very classy horse, one that you can kind of count on. Is going to show up and run her race. Then finally, the number 7 is Ozara. Miguel Clement brings this horse in. Yeah, just kind of a not as consistent, I would say, but still very, very sharp. And I should say not as consistent lately. Like lifetime, she really is. 12 of 17 starts. She has hit the board. She's 8 for 17 lifetime. Just 1 for 4 in her last 4 races, though. Been beaten by Suggesta a couple of times. Didn't run very well last time out at Woodbine. You kind of throw that race out, though, because it's Woodbine and it was 7.5 furlongs. This is a little bit different. 2 races back, did win a stakes race at Monmouth. I think she's a very logical alternative to the Chad Brown horses. 3rd race off the layoff. We should see a little bit of improvement. Her best race puts her right there. She won a race like the Boston Spa here last year and looked good doing it. I mean, she's won big races before. I think she's in with a bit of a shot in this one. All right, that is the field of 7. And like I said, with 4 Chad Brown runners, it's always kind of impossible. I'm going to go with the one with the most upside, in my opinion, and that's the number 4, Portfolio Duration. So I went number 4, Portfolio Duration, to win this year's running of the Diana. I put number 6, Suggesta, in second. I went number 2, Cathedral, in third, and I've got number 3, Catherine and Marissa, in fourth. So I went 4-6-2-1. 4-6-2-1. I'm going to try the upside there with Portfolio Duration. Hopefully a horse that is getting ready to have a big summer. So 4-6-2-1 for this year's running of the Diana. All right, guys, that'll do it for this video. Hit that like button if you like it. Subscribe. You really like it. Want to get alert anytime we do videos like this. And most importantly, good luck if you're betting Saratoga on Saturday.